Hey guys, what's going on? Third Street Reactions here. We're back with Shane.
Zach.
We're back with Star Wars and Clone Wars. We're watching in chronological order.
And merchandise.
When we started this Clone Wars journey, I figured you'd like the show quite a bit. But it has some high highs. And the lows are just things I don't care about.
Yeah.
I think I'm speaking for us both for just one of the great episodes. Mm-hmm. And one of the great moments from one of the best characters in the whole saga.
Maul and
Savage's
confrontation with Sidious.
Yeah.
And
I think they did Maul a lot of justice.
They did.
Yeah.
He was trained by Sidious, so he'd be a little more familiar with fighting him.
Mm-hmm.
Not as feel like as powerful as they make Sidious be.
Oh, you want him to get his ass kicked.
Well, to me, it's just like he doesn't have to, and I'm glad we got that fight.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're going to make him that fucking powerful later on, which I know they didn't know, like if you're already thinking in your head that Sidious is this far above and beyond everything.
Well, there's also, I think you can make an argument that some of those, like that Force Storm thing he did from like it's basically from the books that he incorporated that Force Storm, that he just didn't have that technique then. He might not have had it until after.
But where would he have learned it? Because he's this whole time he's just
because
been
after in the old
trying to survive.
Well, and in the old canon, and I think it still makes sense. After he actually overthrows the Republic, then he has access to all the archives, and that's when he actually disappears from the public eye.
Oh, yeah.
And he's just kind of fucking trying to figure out
focusing on his own shit.
On immortality.
Yeah, because
and then,
that was in the Tarkin
and then Vader
book.
and Tarkin kind of run the show.
Yeah, that was in the Tarkin book.
Yeah, and there's an argument to be made that he didn't have that ability. But, he still kicked their ass.
Yeah.
But what I meant by giving Maul justice is like his arc.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's...
Well, I like the two that he didn't kill him outright. So I still have other uses for you.
Yeah, and what's great is, I guess this is kind of a spoiler, but it's not really, is we don't know what that is yet.
Yeah.
Because after this season, the show gets canceled, and then it doesn't come back for like 6 years. Mm-hmm. And it's not the focus. They have to focus on like Order 66 and stuff.
Yeah.
So that story can still be told. So that's kind of cool.
That was kind of cool to see.
Yeah, it was a cool fight, and then of course Savage is now dead. Maul, I love him in one. He's one of the coolest things from our childhood, but I think he had a lot more character now.
Well, yeah.
And he was cool without
been given some depth.
Without being too cool. I think rightfully so. He should be comparable to Obi-Wan. He gets his ass kicked a few times, and then he kicks Obi-Wan's ass a few times. Mm-hmm. And he also becomes a part of one of the greatest things for Obi-Wan's story in terms of the tragedy. Mm-hmm. The woman that he loved has been killed by him. Mm-hmm. Like I said, I know you probably haven't watched Kenobi since we reacted to it. But there's a moment where he was talking to Anakin's daughter, Leia.
Oh, yeah, it reminded me of someone.
Yeah, and most people think, because of the scene, he was talking about Satine. Yeah. No, anyways.
My first thought was Padme, but I hadn't seen all the...
Yeah, well, honestly, mine was too until I kind of read that. And I was like, oh, that makes sense, and the evidence for it. And then I watched this, and seeing Satine again, it kind of makes sense. Mm. Anyways, we're winding down with the season, which was the original run. Of course, we'll watch this and probably get in the Rebels. Before the Disney acquisition, I think, to me, there's still an escalation. In terms of, I don't know. I don't want to say anything because I give it away. I don't want to give it away. Guys, if you want to support us, first of all, we appreciate you. Just leave a comment down below. We also have the next 4 reactions on our Patreon. You can go there. We also have full length.
Let's jump in.
The smallest doubt can shake the greatest belief.
Oh, yeah.
Invasion! Ahsoka, punch a hole for the gunships to get through.
I know the drill, Master.
I know they're going for that World War I fighter thing, but I feel like I need...
Yeah, the dog thing.
Yeah, I think I would need something that looks a little more sturdy in space. Kate, no more idea, so Coyote Mundi was killed here. No. Yeah, maybe he was, I don't know.
No problem. Slight problem. Ahsoka, I've got buzz droids. How bad did you get hit?
I'm all clear.
What? You always have it easy, Snips.
Snips. We haven't heard that in a while, though. So they're bringing out some of the feels. She did that shit in Revenge of the Sith. Mm-hmm. Which I said that in the movie, too. Yeah, why not?
You're trailing smoke. What's wrong?
Nothing serious, just a small malfunction.
You fucking chose it. Get your shit together.
Master, come in. Unconscious? Fly back to the cruiser. Tip your wing. I'll see how bad it is. That's not good.
That just disgusts me. Because you think of them as these bugs, these parasites.
R7, take over the ship. I'm going after Anakin. Somebody has to save his skin.
I like how Han yells at her like a man does in the 70s at a woman. How are you doing? Kind of a good move, actually.
But R2.
Hopefully,
Reject.
yeah, dude, he does that shit.
Oh, very funny, R2.
That was an episode 5 moment.
We need you. Important it is, Skywalker. Bombed the temple hangar someone has. Your assistance to fight the terrorist. We need.
How could the Separatists infiltrate the temple?
Worse than that, it is.
What could be worse, Master Yoda?
We have to look at the possibility that it could have been anyone in the temple, even a Jedi.
If a Jedi, this is. Gone to the dark side.
I can't believe a Jedi would attack a place this sacred.
We'd like for you two to lead the investigation. We can't trust anyone who was here. You and Ahsoka will provide an impartial point of view.
We'll do everything we can.
Careful, you must be, Skywalker. If willing to destroy the temple, the attacker is. To great lengths they will go.
Then I guess we'll have to go to even greater lengths to catch him.
His face is funny.
Yeah.
Gotta catch him.
I can still hear the screams.
Do you believe what they said, Master? That a Jedi could do this?
Not every Jedi agrees with this war, Ahsoka. There are many political idealists among us.
Only analysis and investigation will prove what is true or not.
Who are you?
I am Russo ISC. I will be working with you and your Padawan on this case. I was assigned by Master Windu.
You and Ahsoka should begin the interviews.
I would rather interview the witnesses alone.
Why?
Many of the wounded have heard rumors a Jedi was behind this explosion.
I think you're over-exaggerating, Russo. There were Jedi killed in that blast along with maintenance crew and clones. Take Ahsoka with you. Let me know if you find anything.
I will, Master.
Shut the fuck up, droid.
Yeah, it's literally what I was thinking of. They gotta be thinking about that when they animate that.
Did you notice anything unusual about the hangar?
Everything seemed normal. Is it true a Jedi might be responsible for the attack?
What accent is that?
We're not certain of anything
It
at
reminds
this
me of
point.
Hondo's a little bit.
I think I know who did it.
Who?
I believe it was Jakar Bomani.
Jakar Bomani. Who is Jakar?
He had been working all morning in this section the blast came from. It was the last place I saw him.
Is this him?
Yes.
You got one
I
eyeball
need to
there.
know. Have you seen him
You fucking
since the
see it.
explosion?
No. Truthfully, I didn't see much of anything. after the
Pantora? I
explosion.
think that's the Pantoran people.
Thank you.
Blue Man.
I think so. Yeah, Chuchi. Senator Chuchi.
Russo and I have a lead. We're looking for one of the temple workers, Jakar Bomani.
One of the witnesses saw him in the area where the bomb exploded, right
Ugly
before
shit.
it happened.
I thought it was the ink blot. I couldn't even make out the
Nobody
face.
just disappears.
Like Rorschach.
Unless
Yeah.
It was well planned out.
Well, it had to be well planned out.
This guy's
to
ugly.
ask
It's
Jedi.
gotta be him.
I'll talk
Yeah.
to security.
Look at those calves on that.
They're all family and friends.
Yes. Looking for answers.
This is the guy who might be behind all of this. If you see him, alert me immediately.
That is Jakar!
You know this man?
He is my husband. I've been trying to reach him since I heard of an explosion. Where is he?
I need you to come with me.
You're married to the one-eyed monster man?
You have no idea where Jakar is.
No.
You are a
He was good for that
Jedi
type
and you
of thing.
cannot find him?
What?
Tattoos and shit.
I understand.
The face, though.
Yeah.
Not just anyone can walk into your precious temple. He passed all the entry tests that were needed.
Unfortunately, everyone's a suspect.
Jakar would never do anything like this. Please.
Yeah, I like that name too
find
much.
him.
Jakar. I've always liked that name.
Explosion came from the clone trooper trip.
That's pretty cool. What a useful thing.
Based on the trajectory of the debris, it seems the blast came from there.
Why is there no bomb residue?
The witness says he saw Jakar in the area. Maybe Jakar planned to do this and just kept quiet.
Or
It actually was a Jedi.
I found something. An anomaly. Something that should not be here.
So cool. If this was a movie,
Yeah.
it would look even cooler, obviously.
Yeah.
Because it's supposed to be
These
CG.
pieces come from the blast origin. They are covered with microscopic droids of a highly volatile nature.
Nanodroids.
Yeah. Yeah, the Metal Gear Solid guy on the writing team.
Right. Now we're chasing nanodroids.
You always gotta be careful what you introduce in Star Wars. Because, you know, it's like, well, if there's nanodroids, why don't they? You know.
Fuck up the entire canon.
Yeah.
Balbani's file, Master Jedi. He's a munitions expert.
Jakar was the foreman over all the gunships, bombs, and weapons. His specialty was nano-weaponry.
We've got to find this guy.
Have you found Jakar?
No.
Does he look like Robbie?
Some Jedi and
That's his
search
name?
the temple.
Rob.
If he's still
Rob.
here, he might be planning another attack.
Robin
Instead of
Smash.
Jedi, I have droids. They can do
Oh,
the
Wally.
job
I'll
much
think of
faster.
Wally.
Oh, Wally.
They both look the same.
Yeah.
It's like Cell Juniors.
That's what I was thinking. Exactly what I was thinking.
You found nothing so far.
We have a clue we're following.
But we still don't have answers.
They do that in the
It
movies.
is imperative that the truth be found soon. There are whispers that the Senate will have a meeting to decide whether the military police will need to become involved in the investigation.
They can't do that.
Clones died in that explosion. The Senate tends to take notice of these things, no matter where they happen.
Better than our Senate.
Master Scott,
Yeah, it is.
we have found Jakar.
Where is he?
Well, part of him is here.
I don't think now is a good time to joke.
This is all that remains of Jakar.
His hand?
The rest of him exploded
Because he was so close to the bomb?
because he was the bomb.
What's this?
The connection we were looking for to the explosion in the hangar.
The nanodroids. How did they get in his bloodstream?
Fucking
This just keeps getting
Fox
better.
die, man.
Down, down. I have no idea what happens in this arc. Really, I can't remember.
Nano machines, son.
I always love when we're on the streets.
Letta? Are you here? You search for the droids, but be careful. And remember, he was a munitions expert. I'd rather not set off another explosion today. I'll see if he left a note.
Just take this work home with him. Honey, where do you put my grenades?
Letta?
Oh, turn the light switch on. It's back there. Look.
Mm-hmm.
Master!
Doesn't it feel like a bomb?
The sensors are picking up traces from the disposal. The nanodroids were in the food.
Well, I guess the question now is, did he eat them willingly, or did someone feed them to him?
What are you doing here?
We've learned Jakar was involved in the bombing.
That can't be true.
See if she has any nanodroids on her, Ahsoka.
She's clean.
What do you mean, nanodroids?
We believe someone set Jakar up and made him the bomb.
I don't understand.
I want to bring you in for more questioning. Maybe you can help us make sense out of all of this.
They're kind of doing more shots looking up at him because he gets farther down the timeline. What if he's reformed? Are you done?
Take the high road.
Right, Master.
That's my dad always told me. Take the high road. Couldn't always do it though. That is such a great thing. This is one of the best episodes I've watched. I mean, I love the last one, but in terms of something,
There's some intrigue. Here.
something fresh.
Yeah.
Letta, stop!
Green Goblin.
Let me go!
He just
Running means you know more than you're telling us.
Jakar is dead, and now you're trying to blame his murder on me.
Nobody ever said he was dead.
But running proves you had something to do with the bomb.
You don't know what you're talking about.
People blamed Jedi because of you. People were killed because of you.
You can't prove anything.
Did you feed the nanodroids to Jakar? You will answer me. Now!
I did feed the nanodroids to Jakar.
The echo is nice.
Set up your own husband to die?
You're dealing with things you don't understand.
Where you're going, you'll have plenty of time to explain everything.
We're holding Letta in the cell below the
Sanuve!
further questions.
He's got a grim fate.
I am pleased to report there were no other nanodroids found in the suite of the temple. Based on the security footage, Jakar Bomani acted alone. No Jedi was involved.
Thanks, Russo. Good job.
Did this woman say what her reasons were for attacking us?
Not yet, but we're working on that.
I think we can guess her motives easily enough. Public opinion is swaying against the Jedi. That is becoming clear. This war is becoming less and less popular every day it persists.
Well, I did remember
Master,
they're showing
I
like
believe
the
we
Jedi
solved
in
this
a
case, but
What if it
they're in a
had
hurry
been
to end
Jedi?
that thing later, in
Yes.
Revenge of the Sith.
I don't know how I would have felt if a Jedi was really behind this.
There are going to be Jedi who disappoint us, Ahsoka. But as long as we know there are good Jedi who fight for what's right, it makes it all worthwhile.
Buddy.
What did that fucking thing
Yeah,
around the
I
hallway?
think it's a training one, though.
I know, but it's goddamn.
It's sting your ass. Guys, that was a reaction. This is our review. I don't really remember this episode. I actually do remember a little bit about these next few episodes.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking at the voice actor over top.
Okay.
Continue.
But I liked it quite a bit. Quite a bit.
I like the kind of the detective.
One of the great things
intrigue
about Attack
side
of the
it.
Clones, which I love more and more as time goes on. I loved it, and then it was like one I didn't like as much, and now I love it more. Some of that stuff in there. Like Obi-Wan on, with Kamino and Dart and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Star Wars Diner,
Well, they
Count Dooku scenes.
Actor, reading that. I know this man. I feel like he was in the strain. I gotta know. I do too. If it'll load. I mean, I don't. It doesn't look like its fucking time. I'm at voice. Voice in the strain? Hang on, just wait. A lot of Metal Gear Solid 5. There you go. It might have been it too. He may have been. He's been in a lot of Batman stuff. Jesus. The strain. I knew it. I think does the voice for the master. Who was he in this again? Fuck man, I don't remember. He was a robot. Who else? I was too busy thinking about this. Like I knew it in that name.
Cinderella. I knew it. He's the master.
Well, goddamn, that was a good fucking fool.
I knew I recognized the name because it was just.
You're pretty good at recognizing voice actors. I'll say that.
Well, just him talking, I didn't like. Oh, hey, that's him because obviously in the strain he's got a very different performance.
It's like Romanian accent and stuff too.
All that shit going on, but
Well, he's a great Jedi Master in this.
he is.
Yeah.
But he's definitely, pretty cool.
Yeah,
As the
I
master.
mean, obviously now I think about the strain.
Kill the master.
A lot of cool things in this episode.
Yep.
Do you think that
Nano machines, man. That's
Yeah,
my big pool.
nano machines?
Yeah.
So
Nano droids.
I
Fox
imagine
Guy.
I imagine it's in other things, but definitely Metal Gear Solid is the only thing I really know from.
That's my only influence in entertainment. I've really seen them, and then I saw them creep out from there. But you have,
Yeah.
in James Bond, No Time to Die, they bring in some of that influence. It's like Fox Die.
It's
like literally
it's-
like
it's
Metal
al-
Gear Solid
It's almost
1.
a lot like it's like a lot
Yeah,
like it.
Metal Gear Solid 1. They just lifted that and they said, we need to make a great Metal Gear Solid movie without making one.
Yeah.
You know what? We need a great James Bond movie. We'll just copy this story.
Yeah.
Roll with it. And it was fucking
I
great.
read before that the movie Speed with Sandra Bullock and Keanu Reeves.
Mhm.
That was actually like a Beverly. I think it might have been. No, it was supposed to be. It was like supposed to be Die Hard 2 or 3, and they just didn't like the script, but it was still floating out there, so they just changed a couple things and.
The Senate.
Yeah, it would be a weird Die Hard because it's all in that bus. I mean,
Yeah.
it would be a weird Die Hard movie.
Yeah, you can't crawl in an air duct.
Yeah, you can't crawl in an air duct. It's probably what they.
All
Bruce
right.
Willis is like, I'm not doing this now.
Yeah, well, the second one, I mean, there wasn't really. I mean, yeah, I guess he did get.
I don't remember anything
The
about.
third one?
I just saw the first one for the first time like a few years ago, and then I saw Live Free or Die Hard
Mm.
a million times. I loved it. That's the only one I've seen. I haven't seen the other ones.
You haven't seen any of the other
No,
between?
no. We had a kind of new type of droid, I think, a Russo ISC. That particular model is used by the Jedi to investigate crime scenes or whatever else. It looked like when it backed the camera up, it would be rolling on like a little treadmill thing it does, but it has legs.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like. It's kind of like that little tiny droid that the ones with the big rabbit ears. got the fat little pot belly on them.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of those designs. And that one had a similar body design to it that I didn't really care for. I like the head design a lot.
I like the head because it obviously reminds me of other things. He kind of looks like Rob, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Don't they on wheels? So I think if I see that, I think there should be wheels.
Yeah.
That's kind of what my bias is against it.
I agree.
But I actually like the character. Like, I like the way he was talking. I like kind of the way he was written, I should say. Like, I wasn't like rolling my eyes like I do the B1s, even though I like the B1s. Like that, it was kind of a cool character. Syndrala got, I think it might be his first appearance in Clone Wars, and one of his first appearances in canon since Revenge of the Sith. He had a big part in Revenge of the Sith, a big fight with Anakin, and cut that shit out.
They did?
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been fucking classic. Of course, I know the movie would have been ridiculously fucking long, but
yeah, but like now
they lost so much in terms of those fights.
Well, we definitely we talk about this every time for like 10 minutes, but we'll say like I love Revenge of the Sith, and the book's even better. But now it's been so many years, like I could watch a 4-hour cut of that. It might not be like the version I go to, but I definitely want to watch it.
Yeah, I want to see it. I want to put those fights in there, baby.
Yeah,
I want to see the
that's what
fucking
I'm
Dooku fight, the full thing that they had in
Yeah.
mind. I want to see the actual, legitimately cool Sidious fight.
Because of the strike, they're like visual effects artists that aren't currently working on their movies. They're like messing around with that stuff. And some guy said, you guys need to do what they said was a Dooku one. They were talking about the Christopher Lee one. You put Christopher Lee's head on here. Yeah.
Fucking A.
Actually, Sidious is the one I want to see more because...
because the Dooku fight was still good.
Yeah, it was still good.
It was cut, I think it was a little short compared to what I saw the clips of. Like, I would have wished we got all of that, but it was still good.
Yeah, we know that it was there, and we know a lot of that's in the book, so it's kind of like...
But the fucking Sidious fight, man, the first one was absolute garbage.
It was...
Garbage.
Can't defend it. I don't want to defend it.
Fucking garbage.
Yeah.
Just, God, why, George? Why?
Just gives and takes, doesn't he? Letta, I did not think, honestly, she had anything to do with it because of just... I mean, I don't remember anything about this episode, and there's some things I know later that I must be...
Well, it didn't do a very good job of explaining. This is an arc.
I'll just say it is an arc.
Okay. Well, I was going to say, it didn't really do a very good job. It was like, oh, why did you do it? You wouldn't understand.
Yeah. All right. And then
okay.
And yeah.
But you didn't do a very good job of like making me like the character enough to accept that answer. So it's just...
Yeah. This storyline kind of carries on. I don't know if the next episode is like a detective one. I think it's just an episode, and then there's like things that, oh shit, remember this, you know? I think that's how it goes. But yeah, Letta, I just did not think she had anything to do with it. I mean, like when you think of a meta point of view when you're watching these things, okay, it's a new character model. They have a fucking, they have dialogue. They gotta have something to do with the story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's one of those things when you see a famous person, they gotta be something, like the bad guy or something.
Yeah, they have a large role.
Like when I'm not thinking that way, I was just thinking, well, like she was going along with the Jedi. She was in that crowd. She goes, hey, that is whatever, Jakar, and like she was looking for her husband. You figured she'd want to avoid the...
She could play the part.
Yeah, she played it really well. Actually, it fooled me. And another thing is they had some pretty damn good music in this.
They did.
They always borrow off the original themes from, both trilogies. But they had, I think, Luke's theme, which I don't hear a lot. And they had kind of that detective music when they were in there. That scene could have not been good because think about little kids watching this and they're just walking around in the dark looking for stuff.
Yeah.
But I think it worked, especially as an adult, like because you felt the tension with the music, and then Anakin found like that Imperial thing.
Yeah, the anti-Imperial or the anti-clone trooper.
Yeah, nothing fell flat for me. I thought it was really good. Anyways, I think that's pretty much it, guys. We appreciate your support. Leave a comment down below. We're out of here.